All right, let's get started. Because it's my birthday and God knows what's going to happen, I'm just going to keep comments on because why not? I'm going to keep comments on. I'm just going to sip my breakfast coffee drink, sparkly drink throughout as we go. So when other people join, they'll be like, "Why is she drinking alcohol at this time of the day?" But who cares? So I was thinking, you know what? Today I am gonna have, I'm gonna have breakfast. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. I'm gonna have breakfast and lunch and dinner and tea, but not necessarily in that order. And I was thinking, okay, what's the worst thing that I could eat today? And so I thought, I could do a little Elevenses on truly disgusting food. And I didn't do the jelly thing, but I'm still thinking of doing that. It kind of confused me. I did look it up online. But I am going to say that I was bought some disgusting food. So this is what I was bought by my delightful goddaughter. And I don't know whether you can see that. It's called Toxic Waste. Toxic Waste, my darling goddaughter bought this for me for my birthday. There's another one, there's a red one here as well. And there's a yellow one. So all of the different colours, there's purple sour candy, red sour candy, green sour candy, the yellow one. Can you read that? It's probably back to front for you. Hazardously sour candy. So as well as my Prosecco, cheers, I'm going to have some hazardously, thank you Holly, good morning. I'm going to have some hazardously sour candy in a minute. Hi Sarah, how are you? Yeah. Shall I just do it now? Okay, so the thing with this is, before we go on to disgusting medieval food, this is disgusting 21st century food. So the thing is that I was having this conversation with my goddaughter and her brothers, and they're like, she's 16 and going down to 12, so, millennials. And and they said, oh yeah, oh my God, if you eat 3 of these toxic candies, now someone's calling me, if you eat 3 of these toxic candies at the same time, then your mouth bleeds. That's what they said. I said, my God, have you never tried pear drops? And they were like, pear drops? I was like, pear drops, they make your mouth bleed, don't they? So I am going to see, as I'm talking, I've got 3 of these, whether they're actually going to make my mouth bleed. Toxic Waste, blue raspberry flute flavour, hazardously sour candy called Toxic Waste. Okay, but well, I can't get into them. But let's start, while I'm eating these, let's start with this. As I said, I'm going to leave the comments up today because I'm feeling like, it should all be fun and we need a bit of love, don't we? Well, I need a bit of love today. Oh my, it's toxic to get into. Hedgehog. How about a bit of hedgehog for a delicious meal? This is probably really irritating for you. Okay, here's one. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have every look. They're disgusting. Oh. Sorry. I can't get it open. Hang on a minute. Oh, they're bad. Okay, right, hedgehog. So hedgehogs, this is from a 15th century. I'm determined to do this because I'm determined to see whether my mouth's going to bleed. I don't really see how my mouth is going to bleed with this. But apparently if you eat 3 of these then your mouth bleeds. Happy birthday to me. Thank you, I am a beautiful young tree woman. We're all beautiful. Oh my God. Okay, here's the second one. Do this while I'm speaking to you. So, oh, they are quite disgusting. Okay, right. And here's the third one. Oh. Okay, they're grim. But they haven't got that sugar on the outside that they're really disgusting. Oh, really disgusting. They haven't got that sugar on the outside that makes your mouth bleed, to be honest. But they are disgusting. Oh God, they're really bad. Anyway, so a hedgehog, I just spat on my hand. Beautiful. So hedgehogs, yeah, they multi-purpose for a banquet. A hedgehog. So there was a legend. So this is from a 14th century, very early 14th century manuscript, a breviary. Oh, they're so bad. Thank you, goddaughter. I love you. I probably did just take 2 days off my life. Oh my God. Anyway, so apparently hedgehogs would, so this, I'm calling this a Christmas hedgehog. This is the Happy Christmas hedgehog. This has got bits all over its quills. But the thing is that hedgehogs apparently would go to vines when the grapes were ripe, and they would go to vines and they would climb up vines and they would shake them and they would make all the grapes fall down, and then they would roll around in the grapes and they would, pierce the grapes. They would scoop them up. It's so bad. I can't even tell you how it is. And they would then take the grapes home to their young. Okay, I think the worst bit's over. So now I've basically just got 3 boiled sweets in my mouth. So they are disgusting, but my mouth isn't bleeding. But I think I've proved the point that it's not going to make your mouth bleed. So these children, I'm going to make them have 3 pear drops at the same time and see if their mouths bleed. Excuse me. That's quite disgusting. All right, here we go. There we go. This is better. Oh my God, it's going to be shambolic today. It already is. But yeah, so they would take things home for their, these grapes home for their young. Lovely. So I'm calling this the kind of canapé hedgehog. And that could be great, actually. Hedgehog, instead of the, what was it? We used to have grapefruit with cheese and pineapple stuck into it. A nice hedgehog, same thing. However, if you wanted to, you could eat some hedgehog. This is not a picture of anyone eating a hedgehog, but this is from another manuscript. This is for Queen Isabella. Again, 15th century, that taste is still really bad. And you could serve them in pastry, or you could roast them if you wanted to. So hi Jane, how lovely. I think that the hedgehog is a very hard-working food item for a feast. Serve your canapés on it and then roast it up or pop it in a pie. Nice. And there is a little note in a 15th century cookbook that says, if your hedgehog won't unroll, and why would it unroll, quite frankly, then pop it in some boiling water and it will unroll forthwith. Nice. Okay, but maybe you would want, hi Jane. We're talking about disgusting food. I've just eaten toxic waste, which is apparently a sweet, from my goddaughter, because she loves me. Nice. So if you wanted a fish course, how about a bit of porpoise? This is from a 15th century book, and I love this image. Can you see it? So you've got this porpoise in the sea, huge, great big thing, and there's a guy over on the right hand side with a cleaver who's about to, he's got it back there and he's going to whack the porpoise. But I'm slightly worried for him, because I'm kind of thinking that actually that cleaver, if you look over to the right, it's sort of stuck in this building. The building has a tower. I'm obscuring the tower, but look, it looks like he sort of swung it back, whacked it through the building, and he's going to have a terribly hard time bringing it down on the head of that porpoise, who doesn't look that scared, to be honest. Oh, that's so bad. Here we are. Cheers, everyone. It's not getting rid of the hazardous waste, whatever it's called. So porpoise was something that the ordinary people couldn't eat. Well, they could eat it, but they weren't allowed to. Porpoise was for kings, royalty, the higher echelons of society. Apparently, it was the favourite food of Catherine of Aragon, and she and Henry VIII had a huge feast in 1526 during Lent, actually, so they couldn't eat any meat, but they were still doing pretty well. I'm going to read you out what they ate, apparently, in this feast. So they had soup, herring, cod, lampreys, pike, salmon, whiting, haddock, I'm only halfway through, plaice, bream, porpoise, seal, carp, trout, crabs, lobsters, custard tart, or custard tart maybe even, fritters, and then fruit, because they were on a diet, and everyone knows if you have an apple at the end of your meal, then that constitutes being on a diet. And that apparently was one course, but I don't believe that. That has to be more than one course. Or you could go for the lampreys. Now, lampreys also a very, very popular food. So these are from a manuscript, again from the 15th century. Some gentlemen out catching lampreys, which kind of look like eel. But I'm going to show you a close-up. And now this is not from a manuscript. This is a photograph. That is a lamprey, and that's a lamprey's mouth. Can you see it's got loads of teeth? I mean, so history doesn't record whether back in the olden days when they ate lamprey, they cut off the head and cut out the teeth, because they don't have a jawbone or anything, but really disgusting. Really disgusting. And they've got kind of 9 gills, so they were known as the 9-eyed fish or something. A favourite of... Oh, I've still got such a bad taste in my mouth. I wish I hadn't done that now. A favourite of Henry the First of England, who apparently died in 1135 from excessive lamprey eating. So just be careful. Do not eat too many lampreys if you take my advice. Not something that I'm going to be troubling myself with, I don't think. There was also apparently some account of way back during the days of the Roman Empire, somebody actually trying to feed their errant slave to the lampreys. And that didn't work at all, because the lampreys, in fact, don't eat human beings, but they do eat other fish, and they're pretty grim. They're sort of the vampires of the aqua world. So they will grab on with their numerous teeth and suck the blood out of their prey until they're lifeless, and then they'll gobble them up. Nice. But I'm not going for lamprey pie. I'm not going for hedgehog. Porpoise, no, thank you very much. Maybe if you wanted a fish course, you could go for a peacock, which is being served here. Again, this is a 15th century manuscript. Peacock, swan, birds that looked fantastic, and what they would do with those is take the meat out and roast them, and then re-encase them in their feathers, in their tail feathers, so they would look like this. So they would kind of look like a live bird, but they wouldn't be. They would be delicious meat inside. I have never eaten swan or peacock, but clearly absolutely delicious. If you're feeling adventurous, how about this? There's a comment from Holly. I'm sorry. If you've just joined, it is my birthday, and so I am just working my way through a glass of Prosecco while I'm talking to you, because I have just eaten some sweets that were given to me by my goddaughter, because we were talking about it, and they're called toxic waste, and they're absolutely disgusting. There we are. Holly, I'm so glad you were born. Where would I get such information if you weren't? Thank you. Thank you, Holly. Oh. So this one, okay, so this is called a helmeted cock. Yeah, you can imagine what came up when I searched for that on the internet. Nice. This is not a painting. Oh, that's why I'm drinking. Yes, I don't always drink at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I don't even know what time it is, Jane. I don't always do Elevenses with the Prosecco in my hand, and I don't always eat toxic waste at this point in the morning either. Thank you. So a helmeted cock. Yeah, this isn't a painting. This is actually a photograph made to look like a painting. This is and it's quite modern. It's like 1998. A French photographer, a really talented guy, Klaus Huygens, I think. But this is a cock riding a pig. Nice. And so you can see that the cock has been garlanded with the appropriate coats of arms and so on. So this would be something that would be brought out to the table. Actually not as a main course. This is just a little intercourse snack. Sorry. It's the helmeted cock that's done it. So yeah. But if you wanted something more of a main course that was a bit of a hybrid, here is a sort of variation of that, which was called the cockentrice. Now, I don't know whether you can see that properly. Actually, I'm just going to take off comments for just 1 second so that you can see that properly. A cockentrice, so that is half pig, half turkey, I think. Yeah. A thing. It was a thing. And obviously this isn't from a medieval manuscript, this is a photograph as well, but they would kind of roast them and then sew them together. I mean, like the imagination of these people was quite extraordinary. So medieval feasts were, I have to say, I'm going to put the comments back on because I just want your company today. Medieval feasts were a lot of fun and a lot of craziness. They used to love kind of surprising people as well. I mean, you know, if it wasn't a surprise half pig, half turkey, it's like, oh, hello, you know. But they would also do things like they would pluck a chicken and baste a chicken, but they wouldn't cook it. And so the chicken would still be live and maybe sedated or something. So they would bring it, they would tuck its head under its wing. Would that be a chicken? Anyway, some bird that liked its head under its wing. And then it would come, and then it would wake up and then run around the table and everyone would go, that's so funny, that's so funny. And then they would do the same with frogs. They would put live frogs into pies. So 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. Maybe they did all just fly up because maybe they were alive. I'm sure someone must know the origins of that rhyme, probably quite easy to find out. I'll have a look. But yeah, so frogs. So hilarious pastry case. You cut into the pastry, out jump a whole load of frogs. So funny. So funny. This is the final image I'm going to show you today, and this is of a medieval feast. This is again 15th century, but this is all about Alexander the Great. Here he is over on the right hand side of the painting. Huge feast, lots of delicious food. Yum yum. I don't know whether I'd rather have lampreys or toxic waste. I think I'm going to go for the toxic waste. I don't know. But apparently he was poisoned, not by food, but by wine. Someone slipped probably some kind of disgusting herbs into his wine, and Alexander the Great was poisoned. And so this is a celebration perhaps of his last feast, because this guy that's on the left-hand side of the painting here is giving him a rather suspiciously large goblet. But then I don't know if they knew in the 15th century how he died, so that might just be my modern day interpretation. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so that is me today. I am going to turn off images and keep on comments, and I'm going to have another sip because, believe you me, that toxic waste doesn't make your mouth bleed as I was promised it would. Slightly disappointed, I have to say, but it makes you not ever want to eat another one ever again. So I'm just going to have to start eating cake or something on time. So there we go. Maybe not quite the normal Elevenses today, but never mind. Oh, I hope you're back. A little bit of strange stuff. I've got low power. I don't know how that's happened. What's on my birthday agenda? Oh, a few Zooms, a little Zoom lunch, a little tea, I don't know, a little dinner. I'm just gonna, you know what, we can connect through space, and that's lovely. So thank you everybody for your lovely birthday wishes, and thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, there was a bit of a random one today, but who cares? And have a great weekend, and I will see you next week when I probably won't be drinking. Let's hope not. If I'm drinking again next week, then you might just want to like give me a nudge and maybe tell me that might not be the best idea. I laughed so loud that I made the cat jump. Oh, that's brilliant, Shane. Thank you everybody. Love is always surrounding you. That's so nice, Holly. It is. I've felt a lot of love today. It's been really lovely. So yeah, thank you everybody. Have a great day. And I'm gonna go and wash my mouth out. That honestly, those sweets are disgusting. But that serves me right, doesn't it, for putting something in my mouth that does warn me that it tastes hazardously bad. So okay. Intervention. Bye everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for joining. Bye.